up, everybody? Welcome back to Riding Along with Dan. What's going on? It's the big Friday. It's right, the big payday. Time to start enjoying the weekend. And guess what? It's nice and cool out. Right now, it's only 84 degrees. It's a lot cooler, a lot less humid.
He said don't put them in the bag. You can leave them right here again. They're fixing something over there.
Okay. Hey, Dustin, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the channel, buddy. Hope you've been all right, buddy. Yes, sir. It's Friday. Yeah, I'm working. Still working my second load, believe it or not. I'm hoping I can make it in 2 loads today on Friday. That will be cool. And I can head back, clean out the body, and maybe end up washing it. Yeah, that would be nice. And then call it a week. Honk, fire truck. What's up, fire truck? It's Friday. One more week for me, buddy. I'm out of here. Yes, sir. I'll be gone for 8 days. No garbage trucks, no waking up early. That's going to be nice. That's going to be real nice. It's a little cloudy today, a little overcast, but we had some rain this morning. Not much to talk about, but it did rain, and then it cleared up about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Supposed to be a nice weekend. I'm going away Saturday with the family to a party, and be gone pretty much all day. Going upstate New York. That's where we're headed. And spend the day up there with more family. And then, Sunday around the house doing the same old shit. What is this? The front loader on Block Island doesn't get used during the winter time. Wow. Wow, it just sits all winter. That's not good for the truck. It's not good at all. I hope they start it up and let it run, you know what I mean? Just to sit like that, that's not good. Brandon, what's going on, man? I got one thing to say to you, man. Let's go Mets. That's right, baby. Let's go Mets. How's everything going, Brandon? Brandon, just to let you know, I'm going to be doing another giveaway come 3,000 subscribers. When I hit 3,000, I'm going to be doing another giveaway just to let you know. Letting everybody know at 3,000 subscribers, I'm going to do another giveaway, so get ready. I'm going to pick a winner. Don't have that far to go, actually. Thanks to you guys. Hey Asher, what's going on? Let me turn the camera around. Oh my God, those windows are absolutely filthy, man. What the hell is going on here? You guys can't see nothing with the windows like that. Yeah, I gotta clean them windows, guys. You guys can't see. Let me just clean them up real quick so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I gotta clean them windows, man. They're filthy. This way you guys can see what the heck is going on. better. At least you guys can see what is going on. Yeah, not much. Just had to clean the windows so you guys could see what I'm doing. The windows were one thing about front loader, man. You really gotta keep up on the windows because they get dirty real quick, you know. Got all that juice and slop and shit coming off the roof, so you really gotta stay on it, right? So what's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Brad, what's going on, Brad? How you doing today, brother? I'm doing good. You know, trying to get these cans done so I can go home and get my truck ready. We got a car meet tonight. Got a bunch of Mopars getting together at a local Burger King. We're gonna hang out there for maybe 9 o'clock tonight. And it's called Friday Night Lights. Because most of us in the company have, you know, the underglow lights on our cars and pickup trucks. So when it starts to get dark, we turn the lights on. And it looks pretty cool, you know? It's just another way of hanging out for a while, shoot the shit. You know what I mean? The only time we really get to see each other is car shows and going on a cruise somewhere or some kind of event. But, you know, it's nice to get together. What is this? Currently on my lunch break. Then I heard some good news. What was the good news, bro? What was the good news? Oh, you heard that the Mets are the best team in baseball? Yeah, we all know that. Yolanda! What is going on, Yolanda? How you doing today, man, girl? Oh my God, what's going on, Yolanda? Yeah, I just actually came on. I was talking about the New York Mets. I follow baseball. I'm a Mets fan. New York Giants fan and New Jersey Devils fan. So, yeah, I just came on a little while ago. I had to wait for my phone to charge up. I had to get out, clean the windows because they were filthy because you guys couldn't see anything. So I'm glad everybody came on to say, Friday, it's the big payday. That's right. It's the big F day. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit, you know, come Friday, I get up at 2:30 every morning, catches up with you, Yolanda. So, yeah, just a little bit tired. But usually on Friday nights, my son, he likes to go to Chick-fil-A. So we head out to Filet on Friday evenings. And then Saturday, we got a family thing we got to do. And then Sunday, it's back to work around the house. But the good news is, I have only one more week left at work, and then I will be on vacation. Refuge of Rocky Hill. This is your second. Yeah, it's my second load, Rocky Hill. Second load, buddy. I don't know what's going on. It's a little light out of here today. Usually I would be packing out by now on my second load, but I still got room. So I'm still working it. If I got room, I'm going to keep working it. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's Friday. Started a little bit earlier this morning, about 2:30 I came in and started up the truck, did my pre-trip and fill out all my paperwork and that. Did my walk around and yeah, so here I am, second load. Usually it's a 3-load Friday, well 2.5, but it's going pretty good today. It's going pretty good. Hope everybody's having a great Friday. And just to remind everybody, I will be doing another giveaway at 3,000 subscribers. So get ready for that. So I'm just going to pick one of my subscribers at random, and that's who's going to be the winner. So it's going to be nice and easy. So I'm just going to pick somebody, and then I'll give them a shout out, let them know, and all I will need from you is your name and your address, and that's it. You're going to be the winner. So I'm not that far away from 3,000. I think I'm at 2,777 right now. So, when it happens, it happens. Hopefully soon I can do the giveaway. And I did a giveaway, I think last week or 2 weeks ago. Refuge Trucks at Rocky Hill, Connecticut. He was my winner. He was the one that received a beautiful collectible IWS hat. And he was the winner for my 1 million views on my channel, which is pretty cool. That is quite a milestone for me. That only took about 2 years to get there, but 1 million views, that's pretty good. Yeah, Yolanda, I'm going to keep on grinding. And like I said, one of these days, there's a way that we can go live together. You can invite a guest. So I think that would be pretty cool that we could get on here and chit-chat about whatever it is. I hope you're having a good day. I hope the weather is better by you. Here in New Jersey, what a difference in the weather. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a lot cooler. Right now I'm only looking at 82 degrees. Humidity is a lot less, thank God. So it's a nice change of pace. It really is. Cooled down quite a bit last night. It was very good. Sleeping wise, you know what I mean? I didn't have to have the fans on, the air conditioning on. You know, when I go to sleep, I gotta be cold. I cannot sleep when I'm hot. It just can't happen. Not to mention the fact I have sleep apnea. And I have to wear a mask every night with hooked to machine. And that records the hours I sleep, that records everything, any kind of movement while I'm sleeping. And when I go get my DOT medical card, I have an app on my phone that shows a printout, the records of all the days and nights that I slept. And I have to show that to the DOT doctor to prove to him or her that yes, I am using the machine, and they can go ahead and sign off on my DOT card. Now remember guys, if you got sleep apnea, I'm just talking about me right now, but if you do, for me, having sleep apnea, I cannot get a 2-year DOT card anymore. I can only get a 1-year medical card, and that's it. I got to go back every year to actually renew it. So just so that you guys know that if you do have sleep apnea, you got to keep up on it and make sure that you have all your records and print out the paperwork to give to the doctor so she can keep it on file. That's what I have to do every year I go. So yeah, it's something that's important. It's good for your health. Ever since I started using it, I feel 100% better. I sleep better. In the machine, you have to use distilled water. Okay, I fill the tank up at night, and once you put the mask on, once you get used to it, it's like it's not even there, for real. I love it. I feel better. I feel more awake in the morning. Before I started using it, my ass was always dragging. I always felt tired. And that's not a good way to feel every day of your life. So what happened was, when I went to the hospital to do my sleep apnea study, hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming on today. I do appreciate it. When I went to the hospital, which I was told I had to do my sleep study, they've got all kind of probes on your body, your legs, your arms, your chest, your head, everywhere. So anyway, I went through that, woke up, my wife picked me up, couldn't eat anything for hours the day before, so I was absolutely friggin' starving. So my wife picked me up, we went to a diner, had something to eat, and then the next day, I went and saw my sleep apnea doctor. She said, "How do you sleep?" I said, I slept fine. I said, "I told you there's nothing wrong." So she told me, "Oh, really? There's nothing wrong?" She said, "Okay, let me show you something." I ended up waking up 59 times an hour when I was sleeping. That means actually you started choking, meaning you went, you lost your breath for that second, and for that 1 second, your brain is now telling you again, start breathing, you need to start breathing. So that's a constant strain on your heart, okay? That's why a lot of truck drivers don't realize they have sleep apnea, and when they sleep, they snore very, very loud, and it's a constant strain on your heart to keep waking you up, to tell you, you gotta wake up, you're not breathing. So that's why a lot of truck drivers have heart attacks, because a lot of us, you know yourself, Yolanda, a lot of times we don't eat right. We eat that crap food that's no good for nobody, but when you're hungry, you're gonna eat whatever. So anyway, she said, let me know how you feel once you start sleeping with the mask. So the company came to my house, they set up a mask, and I gotta tell you, honestly, after the first night's sleep, I woke up, I was dizzy when I woke up. She said, you know why you were dizzy? Because she said, that's the first night's sleep you have gotten in God knows how many years. So after that, I wear the mask every night because first of all, I have to. Second of all, it's better for me and my health that I do. But they say if you lose weight, there's a possibility that you might not have to use it anymore. Some doctors say yes, some doctors say no. So, Truck Spotter, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm doing all right, buddy. Yeah, we're just talking about sleep apnea and what effect it has on truck drivers. When I was running over the road, I actually didn't know I had sleep apnea, and I was always tired. And thank God, and I know there is a God, actually saved my ass one night. And after that, I stopped running them crazy hours and went to the doctor, and then we found out, yes, you have sleep apnea. So guys, if you find yourself not sleeping and you're snoring like crazy and you're waking up tired, there's a good possibility you might have sleep apnea, because that's how I always felt. So, you know, it wouldn't hurt to go get checked out and see what they say, because what you're doing is you're helping yourself. You're helping yourself health-wise, because you need to take care of yourself, guys. I know there's a lot of truck drivers out there who are a little bit overweight. You're not eating the proper food. Sometimes it's hard to find the proper food, but you really got to start eating healthier and start taking care of your body. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, sometimes I don't eat the right stuff, but I do like salad, hard-boiled eggs I bring with me in the truck sometimes, and stuff like that. But, you know, it's important, guys. It really is. You're out of here driving these big trucks every day of the week. You got to be alert. You got to be paying attention to what's going on. So, that's the only reason why I brought that up. I think it's a very important fact about a truck driver, what we have to go through once a year or once every 2 years to get our DOT physical card renewed. And if they find anything wrong, such as high blood pressure, you're not using your sleep apnea machine, they will take away your medical card and then you're screwed. Then you can't drive at all, then you can't make any money, and then you can't pay your bills. So that's no fun. So honestly, guys, we need to start taking care of ourselves. We're not getting any younger. Our bodies go through a lot every day of the week, especially our jobs, driving the truck and then have the truck strapping down the load, whatever it is that we do. Our bodies go through a lot. So the older we get, the more you got to take care of it. Years ago, when they were not as strict with the sleep apnea, I got my card every 2 years. Nobody said nothing. Now that there are accidents, big truck accidents, due to the fact that the driver fell asleep at the wheel, that's actually what set it off. And they changed the hours of service. Before, you had to run 8 hours, take a break for 8 hours. Then it changes to 10 hours on duty, 8 hours off. And then they changed it to 14 hours on duty and 10 hours off. So I don't know what they're thinking in DOT that, okay, well, give them more hours to drive. This way we can fuck up more. I mean, what sense does that make? 14 hours? That was kind of stupid. No. You got to know yourself when you're tired, drivers. You got to know when you're tired. When you start nodding off, you got to wake the fuck up, pull that truck over, and take a nap. The hell with that load. Your life is more important than any damn load. If you're late, you're late. So what? You're tired. People have to understand that. You're running ragged during the week. You're running how many miles a week? 2,500, 2,000, whatever the hell it is. And, you just got to think about you for a moment there, you know. Not thinking about the money. I know we need money to pay bills. I know we need money to do a lot of stuff in life, but you know what? You're not going to be able to spend that money if you're dead. So, when you're out there driving and you're tired, pull the hell over. Take a 15-minute nap. They say the best remedy for being tired is not coffee or any kind of pills. The best remedy is to take a nap. Okay? Take a nap. Take a break. I've seen too many accidents where people have died because of people not taking a break and people not knowing when to say enough's enough. You know, sometimes you gotta turn around and tell your boss, listen, man, I just ran so many loads, so many hours, I'm tired, I need a break. You gotta know when to say enough's enough. Because, you know, one time I didn't, I almost paid a price. So you got to think about it, guys. You got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about you and your family. You got a family at home. They want you home every night. You know what I mean? God forbid something happens, they want your family going to do. You got to think about you and your family and your kids and how you're going to support your family. It's very important. I think about my son, my wife all the time. You know, I'm out here. Listen, when I was younger, did I scream out the window and curse people and give them the finger and F you and F this? Yeah, I did. I think we all did. But you know what? Today's day and age, now that I'm older and wiser, I hope, there's no need for that. There's no need to get excited. There's no need to get your blood pressure up. There's no need for that at all. That car almost just sideswiped the side of my truck. You see that shit? Oh my God, a young girl in the front seat too, and that car just came right out. Didn't even see me. That's what I don't understand. How the fuck could you not see? What's up, man? How could you not see a big ass garbage truck? That's what gets me, man. That's what gets me. just lost my train of thought what I was talking about. What the hell was I talking about? I don't know, sleep apnea, I guess. I forget what I was saying, but anyway. At least your route is in a nice area, so you don't have to need to worry about getting... Well, yeah, I do have to get out and push the containers early in the morning. I got quite a few stops that I have to push the containers, but yeah, I am in a nice area because, you know what, I got lucky and close to home. Also, years ago when I drove a Packer, I drove in New York City, and that was good because I was young, I didn't mind, but would I do it today? Hell no. I wouldn't stay. I couldn't care less if I never saw New York City again. Because when I drove a Packer over there, it was a night shift. I used to do 2 loads every night out of Manhattan back to Jersey City. So back then things were a little bit different. Natty just dumped in shrimp. Oh, that's gonna stink. That's gonna be nasty. Oh my god. I hate when they do that shit. They bring out fish and shrimp out that are out of date. And it's just stinking. So back in the day, working in New York City, it was an adventure. My route was downtown Manhattan. I actually picked up at the Twin Towers, the Empire State Building, the Port Authority, Wall Street area. You know what? I liked it. I really did. It was a good job. But when I do it today, no, not at all. My other job, I was with Mealy Sanitation, and I drove my own tractor trailers. So I've been around until all I ever did was drive. So do I have a lot of experience? I would say yeah. But am I still learning new stuff every day? You never stop learning. Let me tell you something. You never stop learning. You learn something new every day. Every day you're out here, you learn something new. Every day. That's it. I think that might be it. Thank you! Say thank you to the guys because you know what, they're nice enough to come out and help you with those containers because you are pretty heavy. Yeah, could walk off my house and someone could rob me and I'm a kid. What would you like? What would you like, sex? I don't understand that. Alright, time to move on, guys. Not a happy customer. And I believe we're going to make it in 2 loads today. Yahoo! So we talked about sleep apnea. The other big thing when you drive tractor trailers is actually high blood pressure. And again, your weight has something to do with that. My blood pressure, I started blood pressure pills. I'm on the smallest dose you could possibly get. But I am on it. I am on blood pressure medication, and I started that about 4 years ago because she said every time you come in, your blood pressure is a little high. So I started taking the blood pressure pills, and it helps. It helps because a lot of times, you know, when I go to the doctor's office, you got to relax. You can't be a hyper. You just got to breathe, relax. And when they take your blood pressure, you know, it should be good. But, you know, there is a difference in readings from your left arm and your right arm. You know that, right? There is a difference. So if it's high on your left arm, it might be lower on your right arm. And then again, it depends. You know, if you got a big arm like me, you got to use the bigger cuff. You can't use the smaller cuff on a bigger arm because it's going to be way too damn tight. But these are things that you learn. I mean, like I said, you learn something new every day. Actually, the nurse told me that. There's a difference between your left arm and your right arm when you're taking your blood pressure. So, when I was in my 20s and my 30s, I didn't really care about going to doctors. Fine, don't worry about it. You get cut, move on. But now that we're getting older, I'm 58. I don't move. I don't move like I used to when I was in my 20s and in my 30s. And I started aching a little bit more, and like with that bursitis on my shoulder, it really sucked. That hurt. But we just got to start taking care of ourselves. I know I got a lot of younger guys that watch my channel that are probably listening right now. Guys, we're all going to get older, so enjoy it while you're young. Believe me, trust me. When I was your age, I used to run dirt bikes. I used to fall off, get right back on. Used to pop wheelies, do jumps. I mean, I was crazy, but I enjoyed doing it. I can't do it now. I don't have the nerve to do it. Just like before, I would climb up a ladder on a roof without even thinking about it. Today, I'm afraid of heights. I don't want to do it anymore. So I guess that comes with age. I mean, I don't know. But, you're finding out stuff the older you get. Yeah, you know what, Yolanda, you're right, because it is a lot of stress. It is a lot of stress driving a truck, especially driving a 53-foot tractor trailer. That's a lot more stress. You know, not saying I don't have stress, but it's a lot of stress. And the other thing too, Yolanda, my eyesight up to 7 years ago, I never wore glasses. But the doctor told me, I told her what I did, I drive trucks. She said, well, the reason why your eyes are getting worse quicker is because of what you do. And I said, why is that? She goes, well, your eyes are always focusing on your driving. You're focusing on what you're doing. You're focusing on oncoming traffic. And she said at nighttime, it's the worst time for a truck driver. Because those headlights, the glare of the headlights, you're trying to see what's coming at you. You're trying to focus on the headlights. And she said, your eyes, they take a beating when you're driving at night. And once I started wearing these glasses, these are prescription glasses, I can focus a lot better on what I'm doing, and I'm also protecting my eyes when I'm outside, because these are what they call transitions, okay? They change from sunglass to regular glass. And I like them. They're more money, but you know what? Fuck it, it was worth the money. If I get to help my eyes, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, you know, like I said, driving a truck is not an easy task. And the problem is today, this new generation, man, they have no understanding about what we do. They have no understanding about what it takes to drive a damn truck, okay? Everything is not automatic. You know, get that out of your head. I hate that we had to get rid of trucks in the yard because nobody knew how to drive stick anymore. Everybody's automatic. I mean, I can understand why I have automatic here in my front loader, because all I do about all day long is back and forth. Now, when I have my tractor trailers, my Freightliners, they were old stick. I had a 13-speed, an 18-speed, I drove a 9-speed. I mean, I had all different kinds of transmissions. My father told me how to drive a truck without even using the clutch. He said, the only time you need that clutch, son, is when you're taking off and when you stop. That's it. That's all you need it for. But, you know, that's where my career took off. My father showed me a lot of stuff on how to do a lot of stuff, how to drive, how to take turns, how to hook up to a trailer, how to strap a load down, how to chain a load of steel, how to tarp a load. So, you know, these are all things that, you know, you learn. Like I said a half hour ago, you learn something new every day. Every day you will learn something new. I don't care what you do or what job you're in, but you will learn something new. All right, Truck Spotter, thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Carl. Dan's the wisest. I don't know about that. I don't know about being the wisest, but I'm just trying to pass on to you guys what I have learned over the years from my dad and just from being out here. You know, I mean, I just got to know Yolanda, you know. She's out there, she's driving a tractor trailer every day of the week. And I know from experience, and I haven't done it, that driving a 53-foot trailer around town is not an easy task. And, you know, backing up into a load dock between two tractor trailers, you know, you gotta have some skill, you know what I mean? You gotta know what you're doing. You can't like that. You know what I mean? Shit like that takes time to learn, practice, experience. You gotta have it. You gotta learn it. You gotta take your time, practice it. How do you think I got so good at front loader? I never did it before. Alright, I just practice, right? And that's how you get good at something. Like you guys that do gaming. Like my son with Mario, Minecraft, all them games. How do you get good at them games, guys? Especially you younger guys. How do you get good at those games? You get good at games? How? Practice, practice, and practice. Yeah, it's not easy. It is not easy, Yolanda. It is not easy at all. Especially when you're out there in the snow, the rain, windstorms, hurricanes. I mean, you know, then you gotta try to find a place to settle down for the night. And that's another issue in this country. There's not enough truck stops for all these trucks out there on the road. I see truck stops here in Jersey over the weekend, man. They're packed solid. Nowhere for another truck to go. And the problem is, okay, the truck stop is packed solid, right? Now you're hungry. Now you want to shower. Now you got to park maybe down the street on the side of the road somewhere, walk back. It just sucked. Yeah, I know what that's like driving in Jersey with a 53-foot trailer and so many shithole places that they tell you got to back into. Forget about it. No, thank you. Some of these places, man, I gotta tell you. Man, I remember one place. It was me and 3 other guys waiting, picking up a load of soda in Jersey. We actually had to drop the trailer and to have the switcher truck backing in. That's how tight it was. There was no room to swing. No room. So we said, fuck it, let's ask him. He said, yeah, I do it all the time. I said, okay. He said, no, just drop it. Asked us what door we're backing in, put the trailers in the door, and that was it. But you know, when you go to a place like a Walmart or you know, a big place you're going to deliver like that, you don't have to worry about it as much because you got a lot of room to make your turns, a lot of room to straighten out and back in. But some of the places around here, shit, I don't know how you put a 40-foot trailer in them doors. Yeah, if you go on YouTube, Yolanda, and watch, put in backing a 53-foot trailer in New York City, put that in the search column, and look what pops up. It's crazy what these drivers have to do over there. I wouldn't do it. Hell no. Especially over there at Hunts Point, the fish market. That place is a freaking nightmare, man. Freaking nightmare. You know, some of these places they ask these drivers to deliver to, there are places that are back in the 50s and early 60s that are not designed for these 53-foot trailers, especially these poor guys that have a split axle, man. That's a fucking nightmare. The spread axle, all you're doing is scuffing up your tires. But then again, some of them guys with spread axles, that has an airlift off the ground. But still, no matter what, man, these places, forget about it. Yeah, you know what we call that, Yolanda? We call that combat. You know why? Because you're going into the war zone. And that's exactly what it is up here. A freaking war zone. You make it out alive with no damage, you did good. You deserve that money. Everybody on my channel that's listening right now, if you could do me a favor and go over to Yolanda's channel on YouTube. She just started on YouTube. She's doing great. I believe she's got over 300 and something subscribers right now. She's got a lot of great content. She actually interviews other drivers. She drives a tractor trailer in the Dallas area. So if you could, go check out her channel. It's really cool. I like her content, I like the way she presents herself, and I like what she talks about. So go check it out, guys. It's really cool. Yeah, first of all, Yolanda, I don't believe that anybody should be allowed in New York, Manhattan, with a 53-foot trailer. It should be illegal. Because that is too damn long of a trailer to be playing around with in Manhattan or any part of the borough. It's stupid to send a 53-foot trailer over there, man. It really is. When I had my own trailers with my father-in-law, we never went to New York City. We never went to Long Island. We just didn't go. Because we knew what a nightmare it was. Now, we ran Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, that area. We did not mess with New York City, man. We did not mess with New York City at all, man, because it's a fucking nightmare. I told my father-in-law, I said, going to New York City, I'm not doing it. So we found a lot of other freight to work around New York City because we didn't want to go. A lot of truck drivers from down south refuse. They don't mind coming up to Jersey, the bottom half of Jersey. That's okay. It's still a little bit wide open. But they will not come up to North Jersey, where I'm at, and they will not go to New York City. And you know what? I don't blame them at all. I do not blame them. Because I live up here and I wouldn't fucking do it. No way, I'm not going to New York City for nobody. I wouldn't even go for myself. I'm not going for somebody else. And then you mess up the truck, and then you have an accident, and then they'll say, oh Dan, how did that happen? I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I don't need no more headaches. What do we got? We got one or two. We got two today. 2 full containers. I gotta get out. out that these 2 containers, I gotta push them to the truck. I had these containers switched out to plastic containers. So much easier to work with. So let me go bring them out so I can dump them, and I'll be back. There's a Volvo over there, Yolanda. I drove a Volvo one time just like that. It was a nice, comfortable truck, but it's a Volvo. It had a Volvo engine in it. Nothing like in Detroit, but yeah, I drove one just like that. Yeah, that hole where I'm taking out these containers was designed for a compactor, okay? For a roll-off compactor. They made it too narrow. So now we gotta put front loader containers. Yeah, these plastic is so much nicer, so much lighter. When I dumped it, you didn't even hear any noise. That's how much I like it. They're nice and quiet. Let me run this up. I got about 8 more stops left to do. Let me see if I can squeeze them on. Hopefully I can. Let me pack this up before I go to the next stop. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Let me push these containers back in. I'll be right back. right, I'm back. Woo! All right, let's keep it rolling. One thing about going through these parking lots, you gotta do the speed limit or else you're gonna hear about it because they got cameras all over the damn place. Okay, now I gotta take them off the dock. Yeah, I gotta go inside, put them to the dock, take them off the dock. I'll be right back, guys. Shouldn't take that long, a few minutes. Right now it's 1:21. It's only 78 degrees. Wow, what a difference, man. What a difference. Time to take them off the dock. Usually if the regular guy was here, he would stage them for me. I would just take them off and put them back on. I think he's off today. First thing you do, always, when you take them off the dock, the first thing you do, Make sure that dock is locked into place, because if it's not, the containers will roll right off the dock. And then you're going to be picking up garbage for quite a while. Now you put it down like this, tilt it at an angle, so it slides. Hey man, how you doing? Keep the truck away from the dock. Maybe just run this up, make room for the next one. When the truck is packing right now, when the blade is all the way back, and if you guys feel the camera jump, that means it's almost full. That means the blade has got nowhere else to go. Tilt it back, bring it in, put it down nice and easy. Back out of it, lower the forks a little bit, and then you can push it in a little bit more so it doesn't fall off the dock. But I put them back where they belong. Alright, be right back in a second, guys. Let me just go get that, put it back in its place, and close down the door. Let's keep it going. Almost done. Almost full. going to go the wrong way. I'm going the right way. The sign says the wrong way. So I don't know who's right. Yeah, this is where I take my lunch sometimes. Nice and quiet back here. Nobody bothers you. Landscaper back here I gotta pick up. Get that bag that's hanging off the side. I'll be right back, guys. Then we got one more stop left to do, I believe. I gotta double check. Pick that mess up. Woo! It's a little bit buggy out here. Right now it's saying it's 79, but it feels humid. So, but it's sure as hell better than last week. Oh my God. 100 degrees, 99 degrees. That's hot. KJ and True World. one stop left to do, guys. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, even though it looks like it's going to rain, I mean, I really don't care. But temperature-wise, 100% better, 100%. All right, Yolanda, I'll stay cool. You too. We'll talk to each other soon. Be safe out there, man. And keep them big wheels turning. Make that big money, all right? Talk to you later. Be safe. Enjoy the weekend. This guy in front of me, I think he's lost. I don't think he knows where he's going. Believe it, it's wide open, nobody here. Wow. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Level with the gate, you're good. Leave it alone. You don't want to do it damage. Alright, that's good. We're good. We're good to go. They probably will, man. They probably will. That's what they usually do. Break them up and dump them in the container. And then they pile the bags on top of that, and then all the bags fall on the ground. Stupid shit. reminds me of Ireland. Except the roads in Ireland are a lot more narrower. This is a wide road compared to the roads in Ireland. Still at work, buddy. Still at work. I actually made it in 2 loads today on Friday. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, usually I don't make it in 2. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Riding Along with Dan. Hope everybody's having a great day. Yeah, I'm headed to my last stop. Yeah, the power washer that we use to wash the trucks, when we use the heat, it actually burns the washers, the O-rings, and it starts leaking. So I want to ask this guy if we could get some of those washers. Be the man. What's up, be the man? You are the man. Back at it. Head back to the yard. And now washers for the power washer. What time is it? 1:50. Off route 1:50 p.m. Leave yard 8:50 a.m. 9 a.m. Downtime. Right on Avenue. And get there at 2 p.m. Close there. And then I have this. Be the man, what's up, be the man? What you got planned for the weekend, be the man? Me, I'm going out with the family Saturday and Sunday, work around the house. Yoo-hoo! You know how that goes. I feel like I'm going around in circles. Let me hit the timer. Really slow. I'm gonna go to the right. It's quieter. Yes, sir.
Where you compraste?
Huh?
Compraste?
I didn't have to go to Northville. I got it all done in 2 loads today. Hey, you beat me over here. No, the one right there, it's leaking, yes. was fixing the washer,
Oh, really?
but it's not fixed yet.
This is the truck my coffee.
Yeah, I know. Stupid, right? What's going on at the yard? It's Friday. Everybody coming in. There's the battle truck, one of our newer trucks. Yeah, there's always a lot of paperwork. Guys, let's move it.
your truck, right?
Yeah.
Be careful, there's a raccoon over there by that ladder on top of your truck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like that's why we keep staring at you.
I saw him at the last stop. He jumped out of the container.
Yeah, that's why we staring at you like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck your head.
That's why your boots last about 4 months.